Hey y'all, so I'm back. It's Cleopatra. Y'all hear what's playing right now? It's King South. He is an Alabama artist from Montgomery, Alabama. Y'all know the capital of Alabama. So yes, y'all should already know if I'm saying we playing a song from an Alabama artist, what this video is about to be about, y'all. Put some respect on Alabama is the name of this video. Put some respect on Alabama. Reason why we need to put some respect on Alabama because Alabama got a lot of firsts. Alabama is doing a lot of things, have did a lot of things to benefit the entire world for life. Literally, y'all. Put some respect on Alabama when you say Alabama. As y'all know, there's a lot of Indian land down there. Alabama was already inhabited like 200, 300 years before the first slaves were even brought to Alabama. They were already there 200, 300 years or whatever. Actually, the word Alabama is a Chickasaw word meaning ticket clearer or vegetation gatherers. Literally, say that again. Alabama is a Chickasaw word meaning ticket clearer or vegetation gatherers. Now, 4 of the 5 civilized tribes or whatever are of Alabama. The Cherokees, the Chickasaws, the Choctaws, and the Creek are all of Alabama. You can find this, it's a public record, it's no secret. You can find all of this information or whatever. All you have to do is read, ask the right questions or whatever. Now, I am from Gaston, Alabama. Gaston, Alabama is on the northeast corner of Alabama. It sits in Etowah County. Etowah County, that's how we say it, Etowah County or whatever. It is located in the mountainous Cumberland Plateau of Alabama. Literally, the region includes like Gaston and the Cherokee Nation. Gaston was included in the Cherokee Nation way before non-Indian settlement and all that or whatever, before they were forced out of their land or whatever. Gaston was like, you know, a Cherokee stomping ground. This was, you know, their territory already or whatever. Now, Gaston was at one time in the 19th century Alabama's second most important center for commerce and industry because, you know, as you know, we did have a steel mill there. We didn't call it a steel mill. We called it a steel plant. I can remember, like, as a child, all of the black clouds, the dark gray smoke or whatever coming from the steel mill, the smoke, the smell, literally like it lingered all day or whatever, like literally all day on that side of town or whatever. It was like a Gregerson's, they used to be right there. I think that little gas station is still right there behind where the steel mill, like in front of the road where the steel mill is at. I think that's like Forest Avenue or something like that. Y'all know I ain't lived in Gaston in a long time, so don't get mad at me if I don't know these streets good, but I think that's Forest Avenue or whatever. Like, you can follow that one road all the way from like East Gaston, Meagan Boulevard, all the way over the bridge, all the way down Forest Avenue, all the way into Atala, Alabama. Literally, this one road just goes forever in there. But I'm saying road, but it's not really like a road. It's a street. Of course, it got, you know what I'm saying, like literally, but it goes a long, long way or whatever. It goes a long way. Take you into all kind of stuff or whatever. It goes a long way. Now, as y'all know, Mobile, Alabama has a seaport and different things like that or whatever, but in Gaston, Alabama, we also have ports and different things like that that travel from the seaports from Mobile to Alabama, of course. I mean, from Mobile to Gaston, because of course, you know, we are providing steel from our steel mill to everybody, not just Alabama, to everybody or whatever. Now, the two cities, Mobile and Gaston, have shipping centers or whatever. Gaston was for riverboats, and Mobile is for international trade, so whatever. So through the 1980s, Gaston was a center for heavy industry, including like Goodyear. Goodyear has always been there. I'm not even sure. I think I heard something about like Goodyear got like closed down or something like that or whatever. But yeah, Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, everybody knew if you worked at Goodyear, you made money. For real. If you say you work at Goodyear, if they send your badge, your t-shirt or whatever, everybody know you got the bread. So yeah, because yeah, back in the day, Goodyear was signing people $20 an hour way back in the day, like back in them times. Like, yeah, so yeah, and the Republican Steel Corporation. So the Republican Steel Corporation is the name of, you know what I'm saying, the steel plant, the steel mill or whatever. And so in 1991, Gaston was awarded the honor of All-American City by the National Civic League. And that award basically is the way to honor Gaston citizens, the government, the businessmen, and the voluntary organizations for working together to address like critical local issues or whatever. Basically saying that, you know, we're proud of this city because when things go on in the city, y'all band together and peacefully, you know, come to a decision, come to a conclusion of what we need to do to rectify this decision or whatever. So yeah, so just a little bit about Gaston, you know what I'm saying? Not too much about us, but yeah, a little bit about Gaston. One of our most remarkable landmarks in Gaston is Nakalula Falls or whatever. It's home of like a 90-foot waterfall, as well as like camping, hiking, outdoor recreation activities. It has like parks and all kind of different stuff. It's located right above, like literally you can see the views. It's high up in the mountains or whatever. It's really, really nice. We always go there depending on, you know, what little activities and stuff, what little family gatherings we want to do or whatever. Like, it's a really nice scenery. It has like a little train for the kids to take the train all the way around the whole little park or whatever, through the waterfall and all kind of stuff or whatever. It's really nice or whatever. Also, the Center for Cultural Arts and Heritage Museum is in Gaston, Alabama. It's really, really nice. It's downtown. It gives a lot of facts that you're not gonna learn in school about the slave trade, Black history, Alabama movements, people you never heard of, different things like that or whatever in this museum. Is wonderful to take your kids to. These are two different places. The Cultural Arts and the Heritage Museum are two different museums, but they both cater to Black arts, Black history or whatever. It's amazing. So if you're ever in Gaston, Alabama, go downtown and check that out or whatever. Also, if you ever in Gaston, well, you could be in Gaston or Tennessee, because Lookout Mountain is a huge mountain that spans from literally 3 states, from Gaston all the way to Chattanooga, Tennessee or whatever. So this is a really good mountain or whatever. It's really high. Literally, when you go up there, you can oversee the entire city. I suggest you go in the daytime if you're going, because at nighttime, it might be somebody out there getting busy. I'm just being for real. Might be somebody out there getting busy at nighttime, because we already know what that mountain for at night. But according to just the, you know what I'm saying, go on about Alabama or whatever, according to the 2020 United States Census Bureau, 2020 that just passed, y'all remember, you know, coronavirus and all that, Census Bureau all at the same time, bing, bang, boom, or whatever. Alabama is the 24th most populated state, most populous state, with 5,224,279 inhabitants, and the 28th largest by land, spreading 50,645.33 square miles. Now, if you didn't know, the state of Maryland is only about 12,000 square miles, meaning Maryland can fit inside of Alabama multiple times. The thing with Alabama, the difference between like northern states and southern states, not just Alabama, but we're going to talk about Alabama because that's what it's about. Put some respect on Alabama. The thing about Alabama is a huge state, but our government chose not to do anything with the land. So when you're driving through Alabama, it makes you feel like this is a small place with just nothing there, because they didn't do much with the land. There's so much land there. Imagine if Alabama itself, especially Gaston, it got so much empty land. If they would have built up the cities like they built up the cities in the DMV, with like the row houses and all the big apartment complexes and things like that or whatever, Alabama would be, you know, way above. But we already way above. We just getting started. I ain't even told you nothing yet. But yeah, I got so much stuff about Alabama. I don't even know what to say to y'all, for real. I got 10 pages of stuff about Alabama. So Y'all, real quick, just to talk about Doppler Island or whatever, it did receive the first Africans, the first African ship or whatever is docked there in 1719, and this is in Mobile, Alabama, where they received the first slaves or whatever. Alabama was established as a separate territory in 1817, became a state in 1819 or whatever. So it is the 22nd state. By 1820, Alabama's population was more than like 125,000 people or whatever, including about 500 free blacks. By 1830, there were about 300,000 residents, and nearly 1/4 of them were slaves. And cotton was the principal cash crop or whatever. So Lowndes County Freedom Organization was the precursor of the Black Panther Party. So don't get it twisted. I know y'all don't want to give Alabama their props on that with the Black Panther Party or whatever, but understand this is public research. You can go in here. It's public record. It's all free information or whatever. You can always research the stuff that I'm telling you or whatever. Lowndes County, Alabama, they had a freedom organization, and it was the precursor of the National Black Panther Party as we know it today or whatever, the Black Panthers or whatever. So if y'all didn't know, real quick, Huntsville, Alabama. The first rocket was built in Huntsville, Alabama. The rocket that put humans on the moon. It was built at NASA Marshall Space Flight Center in Huntsville, Alabama. Apollo 11 landed on the moon in 1969 thanks to Alabama. So y'all, once again, put some respect on Alabama. Another thing, the Tuskegee Airmen, the first African-American flying unit in the United States military, was trained in Alabama, hence they named Tuskegee Airmen. They accomplished combat records, included like accumulation of like 850 medals or whatever. They was an important factor in President Truman's decision to disintegrate armed forces in 1948. So thanks to Alabama for training the best African-American flying units in the world, which in turn made the military open up for blacks. Once again, put some respect on Alabama. And I know y'all didn't know this. Did y'all know the first Mardi Gras of the United States was in 1703 in Mobile, Alabama? Now, I know everybody is used to going to Louisiana for Mardi Gras, but whole time, Mobile always have and always will have a Mardi Gras as well. As we know, it both is on, the Gulf of Mexico. They both sit on the port or whatever. They close to each other. They right there. They border. They good. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Public record again, 1703. The first U.S. Mardi Gras started in Mobile, Alabama. Put some respect on Alabama. Y'all, why Alabama the reason why y'all giving y'all kids Christmas gifts? Why Alabama the reason why y'all giving y'all kids Christmas gifts? Alabama made Christmas a holiday back in 1836. Put some respect on Alabama. The reason why Alabama giving y'all kids gifts. And you know what? I'm kind of bittersweet about that part or whatever, because I know the real meaning behind Christmas, but this ain't what that video was about. Put some respect on Alabama, for real. Alabama was the first state to recognize Christmas as a legal holiday. For the rest of the country, it wasn't until 1870 that Christmas was celebrated as a national holiday. Put some respect on Alabama. Y'all wouldn't even be getting no gifts. Y'all wouldn't even got no gifts if it was for Alabama. Alabama wrong for that though too, still though, because I know the meaning behind Alabama. Y'all wrong for that, but still, I'm gonna respect you. Now, as y'all know, the civil rights movement began in Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, the Rosa Parks story and all that. But did y'all know it was a 15-year-old little girl that also refused to give up her seat way before Rosa Parks did? Y'all, knowledge is power. All kind of stuff was all going on. Oh, yeah. And did y'all know that Alabama, in fact, has the last and only mail water route where all the mail is straight through the water? The last and only, for real. We still doing it. Act like y'all don't know. Put some respect on Alabama. Oh, yeah. Now, y'all know I'm from Gaston. Birmingham, Alabama is right there. It's about 30 minutes away. You can get to Birmingham from Gaston quicker than you can get to DC from Baltimore. It's very close. But as y'all know, if you didn't know, that's what I'm telling you. The University of Alabama, UAB, is a wonderful, wonderful hospital. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. It's a wonderful, wonderful hospital. It don't matter what city you in Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, you get too sick, something too bad happens to you, they gonna send you to UAB. They sending you to Birmingham because UAB is the international leader in healthcare and one of the top transplant centers in the world. In the world. Say that again for y'all. UAB Hospital in Birmingham, Alabama is an international leader in healthcare. One of the top transplant centers in the world. Hold up now, y'all. Did y'all know the doctor who first performed the first open heart surgery was some guy from Alabama, and he did it on the kitchen table? Y'all better act like y'all don't know about the Alabamians. Y'all know them Alabamians produce good stock, for real, for real. Not only that, one more thing about Birmingham, Alabama though. The Barber Vintage Motorsports Museum is the largest collection of vintage and contemporary motorcycles in the world. So if you're a motorcycle lover, you love motorcycles or whatever, don't hesitate to go to Birmingham, Alabama. You can literally go in this museum, and not only that, the racetrack is right there too. So y'all, and not only that, you got Talladega Speedway that's only like 30 minutes away too. Yeah, put some respect on Alabama. Not only that, Alabama is the reason why y'all got Mercedes-Benz on demand. Put some respect on Alabama, because we the reason why y'all driving them Benzes on demand. Why we the reason? Because in 1995, Mercedes-Benz chose Alabama, Birmingham, to build the first assembly plant outside of Germany. It wasn't even building nowhere but Germany. It wasn't even building nowhere but Germany. Mercedes-Benz said, oh, only Alabama good enough for us. Put some respect on Alabama. For real. Birmingham. Birmingham is known for the founding city of recognizing Veterans Day and hosting the nation's oldest and largest Veterans Day celebration. So y'all, Alabama the reason why y'all been buying y'all kids gifts. And Alabama the reason why y'all celebrate y'all granddaddies, y'all uncles, y'all aunties, y'all grandmamas, y'all cousin them, y'all homeboys, y'all homegirls, and everybody when they go on their battlefield. We the reason why they getting celebrated. I'm telling y'all, don't ask me nothing else about Alabama in no slick way. Don't say nothing else smart to me about Alabama, because Alabama opened doors. Alabama made ways. Y'all heard me when I said I got 10 pages about Alabama. Alabama opened doors for us. Best to believe that. Birmingham, the only place in the world where all three raw ingredients for steel, coal, limestone, and iron occur naturally in a 10-mile radius. Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham, Alabama, the only place in the world where you can get all three raw minerals within a 10-mile radius: coal, limestone, iron. Yo, put some respect on Alabama once again. While we on Birmingham, when y'all go to Birmingham, go to that Barber Vintage Motorcycle Museum or whatever. Go to the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute. It's an educational and cultural resource center with the mission of educating and enlightening the future, whatever, generations about humans and civil rights. So y'all make sure y'all go there. The institution was opened in like 1992. Has 58,000 square feet of acres, galleries, meeting rooms, temporary exhibits, and all this kind of stuff. Visit it. McWane Science Center, the same thing, Birmingham, Alabama. Visit it. The Alabama Theater, visit it. Was the The Alabama Theater was used mostly as a movie palace for Paramount films. We just gonna say that. Mickey Mouse shot in Alabama. Y'all better get Alabama some respect around here. Put some respect on Alabama. Put some respect on Alabama. Paramount Studios built a theater in 1927 in Birmingham, Alabama. Sure did. Sure did. For real. Put some respect on it. Put some respect on it. Mickey Mouse Club and the Alabama pageant. Come on now. Put some respect on Alabama. And not only that, you could go visit this theater. It's still up and jumping. They do 300 events a year. Put some respect on Alabama. For real. Go whitewater rafting with your family. You got Legion Field and Bartow Arena, so you can catch baseball, football. The Negro Southern League Museum. The Negro Southern League Museum shout out all of the Negroes that was in the league from way back when. The Negro leagues that started before they even recognized that it was a Negro league to even recognize. Yes, yes, Negro Southern League Museum. Y'all want to know about y'all history. Y'all want to know who we is. Y'all want to know like what we had going on and why y'all need to be following the leads of our people back then, because everybody went horse. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all, come to Alabama and get you some history. And while you here getting you some history and you want to have fun, you can also go skydiving in Birmingham too. Talladega Super Speedway, all that. Y'all. And y'all know I love Montgomery. I lived in Montgomery for 5 years. I've lived in 5 states and 10 cities. Montgomery, Alabama is by far my favorite place I've ever lived. It was fun, amazing. I love all the colleges there, the HBCUs, the people. See, me, I look at Montgomery, Alabama as the Baltimore of Alabama. Reason why, it's a black city and you can tell. Baltimore, it's a black city and you can tell. You feel me? Montgomery, Alabama, for real. Montgomery, Alabama is the first capital of the nation. Jefferson Davis was inaugurated as the president on the steps of the state capitol. Then years later, the state capitol was then moved to Richmond, Virginia. But originally, the state capitol was in Montgomery, Alabama as the first capital of the nation. Literally, put some respect on Alabama. Back to that doctor. Birthplace of open heart surgery. In 1902, Luther Hill made medical history by performing the first successful open heart surgery in the country on a kitchen table in Montgomery, Alabama. For real. With an oil lamp, y'all. That's all he could see with was an oil lamp. Y'all better act like y'all don't know what come out of Alabama. Put some respect on it. In 1886, Montgomery, Alabama became the first U.S. city to initiate an electric streetcar system. Richmond, Virginia gonna try to argue with us with this one, but Richmond, Virginia didn't come out with theirs till 1888. And the reason why Alabama's didn't go as strong as Richmond, Virginia, because they had a lot of mechanical issues and problems that they couldn't really resolve for real. Damage issues that, they were struggling with, and Richmond, Virginia came and, did they thing or whatever. Respects to Richmond, you still the South. Yeah. So put some respect on Alabama. And just real quick, y'all know it's a lot of famous people that done came out of Alabama. 151 movies done been made in Alabama. 13 of them was made in Montgomery, Alabama. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Sweet Home Alabama, all them people who sitting up keep on thinking that Sweet Home Alabama is how Alabama look, that shit was shot in Georgia. Put some respect on Alabama. I know Georgia and Alabama right there, we kind of sound the same, we kind of do the same, all that. We literally border each other. It take me like an hour and 20 minutes to get from my grandma's driveway to downtown Atlanta. It's right there. It's right there. Literally. You can go, we goes to the Georgia line to play, to gamble. For real, it's right there. 30 minutes to the Georgia line. You can go gamble real quick depending on, what side you on. Not only that, y'all, I'm sorry, I keep rubbing my lips because I put this chapstick on and it seemed like my camera is showing me like I got them little, you had the little white chapstick line. Don't worry, y'all, this is my work shirt. I'm getting ready to go to work right after this video. So, y'all, yeah, I'm sorry. Not only that, Alabama had the first air conditioner theater in 1911. The Empire Theater was the first to have air conditioning using refrigeration like an air conditioner system to cool off the place. Put some respect on Alabama, literally. Just so we could talk real quick. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, y'all. So real quick, just some people that we know from Alabama. I'm going to first shout out Condoleezza Rice. And the reason why I'm going to shout out Condoleezza Rice, because Condoleezza Rice was our Michelle Obama before it was a Michelle Obama, coming out of Birmingham, Alabama, where she literally experienced like segregation as a childhood. She made history as the first female African-American Secretary of State. Give it up for Alabama. Put some respect on us. The first woman to serve as a national security advisor to the White House. Put some respect on Condoleezza Rice. Today, she is a director of the Hoover Institute right now, Hoover, Alabama. Put some respect on Condoleezza Rice because, like I said, she was our Michelle Obama before there was a Michelle Obama. And was. Not only that, we're going to talk about my boy Fred Gray, because we know Fred Gray, he was Rosa Parks' lawyer, born in Birmingham, Alabama. Give it up for Fred. Oscar Adams. Oscar Adams was the first too. It's a lot of firsts in Alabama. That's what I'm telling y'all. Put some respect on Alabama because Alabama opened some doors for the world, for life. Believe that. Oscar Adams, first black to join the Birmingham Bar Association in 1966. For real, he established his own law firm and called it Adams, Baker, and Clement. For real, first, y'all, first, put some respect on Alabama. For real. After that, he even formed our state's first integrated legal practice with a white attorney named Harvey Berg. For real, 1980. He became Alabama's first African-American person to serve on any court when he was appointed to the Alabama Supreme Court. First, y'all, put some respect on Alabama, for real. He was the first African-American person to be elected to a statewide constitutional office. Put some respect on Oscar. Put some respect on Oscar. Birmingham, stand up, Birmingham. Stand up, Birmingham. For real. Y'all. I cut this lady name off, my bad, but her last name is King or whatever. Now, she was enslaved in South Carolina, whatever. But she built the name of herself as a respected architect and engineer by the mid-1800s. I don't know why I'm saying she. He was the most respected bridge builder in Alabama, Georgia, and Mississippi. Nicknamed the Great Bridge Builder, y'all. Stand up. Stand up. People from Alabama doing everything. We the reason why y'all can drive over water, though. We the reason why y'all can drive over water. Come on. Stand up, Alabama. We ain't really the main reason why y'all could drive over water, whatever. But still, though, you know what I'm saying? Give it up for King, for real. For real. Oh, yeah, and he was one of the first African-Americans to hold state office in Alabama, too, or whatever, serving as the State House of Representatives from 1868 to 1872. For real, he was the wealthiest African-American in the state. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, and my girl Maria, let me tell y'all, see, because these people, they don't mention these people to y'all. They don't talk about these people to y'all. They not going to tell y'all all these people came out of Alabama and did all this for y'all, though. My girl Maria, Gainesville. If y'all know anything about Gainesville, oh, yo, that junk, small and country is I don't know what. Small and country is I don't know what. But after the Civil War, she taught herself how to read and write, and did, and became a teacher, and did. For real. Went to Talladega. She, in her 50s, y'all. In her 50s. This lady went to the Congo as a teacher, as a Bible translator. For real. Freed slaves and everything in the Congo as a Bible translator. For real. She died at 99, y'all, in Alabama. Everywhere she went in the world, she came back to her place where she began. For real. Maria Ferry. Y'all look her up. She's amazing. For real. She's amazing. Even Jeremiah Harrelson, yes. He grew up in Selma. Now, as y'all know, Selma was big with the march, different stuff or whatever. Yeah, Selma had a lot going on, so we ain't gonna talk about Selma. We already know about Selma or whatever. But yeah, that's where he grew up or whatever. He continued his education at the Tuskegee University or whatever. Now y'all know Tuskegee University. I'm gonna talk about him in a minute. Talk about that school in a minute or whatever with my boy Booker T. Washington. He became a leader among the freed people in the Civil War in 1870. He was the first African-American elected to the State House of Representatives. 2 years later, he was elected to the State Senate and gained publicity for developing the civil rights legislation. By 1874, Harrelson was considered one of the most powerful African-American people in Alabama. He was elected to represent Alabama's 1st district in the U.S. House of Representatives, making him one of the first 10 African-Americans elected to Congress in the country. Y'all, he one of the first 10. But how about like 5 or 6 came from Alabama? Like, for real. Alabama was showing out in Congress back in the day. Best to believe that. We the reason, hey, y'all better put some respect on Alabama. My boy Booker T, though. For real. Enslaved in 1856, him and his family was freed near the end of the Civil War. But throughout the Reconstruction period, Washington was a strong advocate in making education accessible to African Americans. So in 1872, he walked 500 miles by himself so that he could go to a better school. 9 years later, at 25, Booker T. Washington founded the Tuskegee Normal and Industrial Institute, which now we know it as Tuskegee University in Tuskegee, Alabama. In 1901, President Theodore Roosevelt invited Booker T. Washington to dine with him at the White House. For real. Roosevelt called Washington a brilliant advisor and a radical matters, a sentiment and practical president. Taft continued. Booker T. Washington was the first African-American person invited to sit with the president at the White House. Y'all heard that? Booker T. Washington was the first African-American invited to sit with the president at the White House. Hey, y'all. Put some respect on Alabama. All right. That's still about Booker T. It's a whole bunch I wrote about him. Johnny Carr, my bad. I know it say Johnny Carr, but that's really a woman or whatever. That's her name. She went to grade school with Rosa Parks or whatever. She became involved in the civil rights activists in like 1930s. But after Rosa Parks' arrest or whatever, like 9 years later, Carr and her husband challenged Montgomery school segregation policies in court or whatever, and they actually won or whatever. Schools got segregated. So yeah, Johnny Carr, give it up for you and your husband or whatever. Y'all, put some respect on Alabama. Put some respect on Alabama. Put some respect on equal opportunity education. Mobile, though. Mobile is on the Gulf Coast. It has a battleship memorial. Literally, the USS Alabama battleship, literally, it was in Seattle, Washington at first. So school children all over Alabama raised money and actually made enough money to buy this boat and have it dock in Mobile, Alabama for life. Yo, put some respect on Alabama. I ain't even gonna lie, we was working. I don't never remember us as kids being dependent on our parents. We was kind of doing our own thing. Like, yeah, they cook for us and stuff like that, but like, we was never dependent on them to, you know, especially when we got like, first of all, I taught myself how to braid at 12. So by 13, 14, I was already making money. You get what I'm saying? 15, 16, I had a job. 16, I had a car. You get what I'm saying? Like, we was never like dependent like that or whatever. We was doing our own thing. Like, what you mean? We was doing road trips in high school. We was out of there. For real, we was out of there. We was not long as we was back by curfew before anybody realized that we ain't in the house yet. Oh yeah, we was good. Like we was good. You know how many times I got pulled over for speeding in the middle of the night, talked my way out of a ticket, way in high school days. For real. For real. We was out of there. Y'all say we behind, but baby, it look like y'all behind. Put some respect on Alabama. National Geographic represented Alabama, Mobile. It gave them some props or whatever because National Geographic did say that Mobile, Alabama is one of the best places to live in the United States or whatever. Literally. Put some respect on Alabama, for real. Oh, another thing about Mobile, Alabama. Red fire ants was introduced to the United States during the 1930s during the port of Mobile. Literally, red fire ants. So y'all already know our ancestors brought them red fire ants over here from Africa. You feel what I'm saying? The Mobile Press Register was founded in 1813 and is Alabama's oldest active newspaper. Literally, Mobile is the 9th largest port in the United States and the 12th busiest. Also home port to the Carnival Cruise Line ships and Carnival Sensation. So yes, y'all, put some respect on Alabama, Mobile. Mobile is home of 5 Major League Baseball Hall of Famers too. Hank Aaron, definitely from Alabama. Billy Williams, Alabama. William McCorvey, Alabama. Satchel Paige, Alabama. Ozzie Smith, Alabama. Mobile is home to Mobile River Delta, which is the 2nd largest in the United States. Mobile is home to America's Amazon, one of the largest wetland ecosystems in the world. And y'all know how, like, on New Year's Eve, everybody dropped like something big down. You know, Georgia drops the peach, different stuff like that or whatever. Mobile, Alabama actually drops the world's largest edible moon pie. It's 600 pounds, literally 600 pounds. Also, the Gulf State Park is there too or whatever. It's a lot of things to do. You can go rafting, yeah, entertaining. Six Flags is there, all kind of stuff is there, whatever. So yeah, literally, it's a lot of stuff to do. And Mobile, you go to these places, travel around, look at it and see, you know what I'm saying? Especially Huntsville is really good or whatever. Y'all know a lot of singers, a lot of basketball players, a lot of football players came out of Alabama. Literally. Y'all know Beyonce daddy is from Gaston, Alabama, the same city that I'm from. I remember in high school her coming to the east side. Destiny's Child came to the east side to Litchfield High School. They donated like uniforms and new band equipment and all type of stuff to the school or whatever. Yeah. Beyonce daddy. Y'all know, y'all heard the song Daddy Alabama. Don't act like y'all don't know. Alabama made Beyonce and she a Virgo. Y'all see what's up? Yep. But y'all, guess who else from Alabama? Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Eddie Levert from Bessemer, over there by Birmingham. Bessemer might as well be Birmingham. When you say Bessemer, it's the same thing as saying, when do you look? Outskirts, Woodlawn. For real, it's like saying Woodlawn or something. Yeah, it's right there. Big Mama Thornton. Big Mama Thornton is a lady who sang Ball and Chain. Unforgettable song. You can never forget Ball and Chain. Wilson Pickett. You can never forget Wilson Pickett. Why? Because he came out with In the Midnight Hour. Check this out, though. Check this out, though. Y'all finna stand up off of this one. Y'all finna stand up off of this one. My boy Eddie Kane from Union Springs, Alabama. My boy Eddie Kane. Y'all, put some respect on Alabama. My boy Eddie Kane from the Temptations, though. Eddie Kendricks, Union Springs, Alabama. Put some respect on Alabama. Everybody love Eddie Kane. Everybody love Eddie Kane. My boy Eddie Kane. Y'all know Ruben Studdard. What he won? Like American Idol or something like that. Y'all know Ruben Studdard from Birmingham, Alabama. My boy Rich Boy. What song he made, boy? Look at here. Something like that or whatever. My boy Dobie, rest in peace, from Alabama. Y'all already know. Y'all, just a quick little basketball players. I'm only gonna give y'all 5 of them. This stuff is public record. Y'all can look it up. When I say it's like 50, 60, 70 basketball players that done came out of Alabama, y'all better know. Y'all better, football players. But, boy, y'all better know. First of all, Alabama, that's in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Everybody in the world know about if you watch college football and you know anything about college rivalries, ain't no rival better than Alabama and Auburn. Alabama and Auburn rivalry is like the Bloods and the Crips. You better be careful where you at before you say Alabama. You better be careful where you at before you say Auburn. Everybody know about these football teams. You hear me? If you into college football, you know about Alabama and Auburn. You know about it. But y'all know my boy Charles Barkley from Alabama. Y'all know who he is. Y'all know DeMarcus Cousins from Alabama. And is Dante Hall. Y'all know Roy Rogers. From Alabama. We made him. Gerald Wallace back in the day. But hey, he from Alabama. For real. Like I said, there's so many NFL players. But right now, I'm only going to give y'all 3 because the top one, it don't even matter. Because guess what the top one from? Dre Kirkpatrick from Gaston, Alabama. Sure is Gaston, Alabama. Know him personally. Went to school with him from elementary all the way up. Gaston, Alabama. Stand up. Dre Kirkpatrick, NFL, and is. Y'all, put some respect on Alabama. D Ford from Alabama. Jared Cook from Alabama. Put some respect on Alabama. Put some respect on it. Y'all. So that's it. It's a lot more history, a lot more to go into Alabama or whatever. But y'all, when I tell y'all, make sure y'all come to Alabama, view some stuff, do some things, because Alabama made way. I named a lot of firsts in here that Alabama people did. Y'all, put some respect on Alabama. Like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel too. Thank y'all.